What? I haven't uploaded in 2 months? Hey everyone, I'm back. So, welcome to the hopefully final part of my Godot series. In the last 3 videos, we made this small game where you control this red square that moves around, collecting coins, and if the zombie touches him, then it's game over. So the first thing I want to do is, I feel like the player is a bit too slow right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the inspector and change the speed to 200. See if that works a bit better. Okay, that's much better. So what I wanted to add in this part is a zombie spawner that continuously spawns the zombies and makes the game harder. And also the player can right now go off the screen, which isn't very good. So let me fix that first. So to fix that, I'm going to go to the player script and go into full screen. Inside of here, what I'll do is position.x equals clamp 0, and then create a variable here. Oop, what did I do? I don't know what I did there. Screen rect, which I will set to get viewport rect dot size. I'll actually set this to, I'll call the screen size. So then I'll do screen size dot x and add position dot x here. So what I'm doing is I'm calling a special function in Godot called clamp, and what this does is takes 3 parameters: a value, which in this case is the x position of the player, and that takes a minimum number for the value, so 0, which is the complete left of the screen. So if I go to the scene, what's this? If I go to scene view, this is x equals 0 over here, and then I set that to screen size dot x, and screen size is just the size of the game window. That's what this function here does. And I set it to the size of the game window on the x-axis. So, and that would be over here. Now I'll do the same thing for the y. Set position dot y to clamp position dot y 0 screen size dot y. Now if everything worked as expected, then that's not right. Okay, I'm getting some errors here. Alright. So I'll write on ready var here. Okay, there you go. The node wasn't fully loaded, and then I tried to get the screen size, which didn't work. But as you can see, we can't go off the screen anymore. Perfect. Now let's add a zombie spawner. So to do that, first I will add a new timer node called zombie spawn timer. I'll just move this up here. And how long? I'll say every 10 seconds a new zombie spawns, and set that to auto start, and connect the timeout signal to the world script. There you go. Now what do I want to do when the zombie spawn timer runs out? Well, just like I did for the coins, I want to create a packed scene called the zombie scene and export that, which means put it in the inspector. Now if I go here, as you can see, there's this new variable called zombie scene. I will drag zombie.tscn into this slot over here. Now I'll create a new variable called zombie and set this to zombie scene dot instance. There you go. And let me see. So I'll get a random number, just like I did up here, which will be randf. Now, what the randf function does is, sorry, it returns a number in between 0 and 1. So all I have to do is round it up or down with the round function, and I will get either a 0 or a 1. So now I'll do if random num is equal to 0, then I'll do something here. Or if random, what's that else here? Else I'll do something else. So we have two spawn locations. We have zombie spawn 1 and zombie spawn 2. So now if the random number is 0, then get node zombie spawn 1 dot add child zombie. Otherwise, I'll get node zombie I'll get the second spawn and add the zombie child to that node. So now every 10 seconds a new zombie should spawn in one of the two random spawn locations. Just see if it works. There you go. So this time it spawned in zombie spawn 1. Let's see if it spawns in zombie spawn 2 next time. It did. Okay, so we know our random number generator is working and the zombie spawning is working. Perfect. So we're almost done our game. All we really need to do now is add the score. Also, the zombies go over the coins right now. I'm not sure if I want the coins to be under the zombies. No, I'm going to make it so the coins are going to be... No, I think it's okay. So the game works so far. Let's just add a nice score counter and then we're done. So to add the score counter, I'll add a label. And a label is just a node that you can use to display text. So I'll just write score apostrophe or colon, not apostrophe, 0. And it shows the score in the it shows the text on the node. The text is extremely small at the moment though, so to make it bigger I'm just going to scale the label up by going to rect and setting the scale to 3 and 3. I think that's a good size. If I run the game now, there is a score label up there. Seems to be working fine. Now let's make the label actually work. What I want to do is I want to increase the score every time you collect a coin. So I'm going to create a variable, another variable called score, which will be a integer or a number. And I will set this to 0 at the start, obviously. Now if I open up the player script, or the coin script, sorry. If I open up the coin script, as you can see, it says we have a function here that checks if the body, if a body entered the player, if a physics body entered the coin, and if that body is a player, then we want to remove the coin. So, I wonder where the... Okay, there it is. So what I want to do is I want to find a way to send a signal to the world from the coin once the player collects it. So to do that, I'll need to make a custom signal, since right now the Area 2Ds don't actually have a signal called coin entered or something like that. So to make a custom signal, I'm going to write the keyword signal followed by the name of the signal. So I'll call the signal coin collected. And if we look in the node panel over here, our custom signal appears on the inspector right here, or the node tab. So now the minute we check if the body is a player, then we'll use the emit signal function, emit signal, and it shows all the signals that we can emit, but we want to emit the coin collected signal. Now this is kind of pointless right now because we didn't actually connect the signal to anything. So to do that, I'll create a ready function, and inside of here what I'll do is I will connect coin collected to get node slash root slash world, which is the world over here, and to a function called on coin collected. So this is the second way you can connect signals. You can use code to connect signals instead of using the inspector. Like instead of doing something like this, you can use the connect function to connect any signals to any node to any method that you want. Now in the world script, we'll add that function on coin collected, and then the minute the coin gets collected, let's increase the score by 1. Now if we try this game out so far, I'm collecting the coins, but the score counter on the top left isn't updating. Why is that? Oh, I did not see that. Okay, score counter is not updating. Why is it not updating? Well, we're not updating it anywhere. So to update it, we want to create a, just gonna call this score label. Set this to get node score label. Then I'll do label score label dot text equals score plus the score as a string. So what this will do is it will set these, it will write on the score label, the text will be score colon, and then it will display the current score as a string. I'm going to run the scene again by clicking F6, and let's see if this works. Perfect. So you can see the score is going up as we collect more coins. And there's more zombies spawning. It's perfect. Now the only problem, or the only thing we need to fix now, is that the minute we lose, so you can see there's no way to actually play again. So to fix that, what we want to do is we want to go to our game over scene and add a button. And of course there's a note for that as well. And in the text of the button, I'll write play again. And then I will, we'll move the button over here, and just like we did with the label, we'll scale that up a bit, maybe 4 times. No, 4 times is way too big. 2. Okay, that's a good size. Got this button that says play again. I'm gonna add a script to to the game over node called gameover.gd. Delete all of this over here. Then in the node tab, I will select the button and connect the press signal to my game over script. So now I have this on button press function. I'll do get tree dot change scene. Then I'll do the world scene again. So now if I play my game again, collect some coins, and then the zombie gets me, we have this play again button now. If I click that, I can play again. Now let's add a main menu to the game, and then let's export it. So to add a main menu, I'm going to create a new scene called main menu and save that inside of my scenes folder. And I realized I accidentally put gameover.gd in my scenes folder, not my scripts folder. Okay, so I'm gonna add a color rect, just like we did for the game over scene. This color rect will be the background of our main menu, and I'll give it a nice color, like blue maybe, and add another label. Label. All right, any name for this game? Just write tutorial game over here, and then if you guys have any creative ideas for the name, then you can name it whatever you want, and make sure you put the name in the description below, or the comment, sorry, so I can see what you decided to call this game. Scale it up a bit more, and there you go. And add a button. Text would be play, scale it up, move that down there, not that. I'm gonna add a script here to my scripts folder this time, and connect the press signal, perfect. And then I will change the scene to the world scene when we click the button. And then in the game over script, let me just select that again. In the game over script, instead of changing it to world.tscn, I'll change it to main menu.tscn. Now click F5 or this play button right here, and it will say not this one over here, and it will say no main scene has ever been defined. Select one. Click select, and then select your main menu scene. Now this main menu scene is the main scene, and when we export the game and we run it, then this scene will be the first scene that will play. So we'll click the play button just to make sure it's working. Okay, our game seems to be working perfectly. It's nice. So now I'm going to export it. So to do that, you go to project and you click export. So right now we don't see anything. So the first thing you want to do is you want to click this add button, and now you could select a platform to add it to export it to. I'm going to click HTML5. This is a web browser. Now it'll probably say like something like you don't have the correct export templates, and then it'll prompt you to download the export templates. I already have them downloaded. So you add the HTML5 one, and then you click export project. And then it will ask you it'll ask you a folder to export it to, and then I'll just create a new folder here called export, and I'm going to save this as index.html. Index.html, and then you want to uncheck this thing that says export with debug. So then you click save, and it will slowly export. Okay, it's done. I'm gonna open my game dev export, and as you can see, we have the folders here. Now to run it, you will need a web server, a local web server. The easiest way to do that is download Python, install Python, and run the server like this. And then you can open up a localhost and run your game. If you want me to make a tutorial on how to set up a web server, then comment down below. And as you can see, it says tutorial game here. Click the play button, and as you can see, we have our game on a web browser, fully working. So thanks for watching. This is the end of the series. If you like the series, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and if you want me to make videos on any specific thing, put the button in the comments below, and see you in the next video.